today with a sheep and lamb market report. It's the 13th of June 2024. Today at Wagga we've yarded 41,000 lambs and 16,000 sheep here, and it's very wintry yarding, both sheep and lambs. The lamb market opened up probably a tiny bit cheaper, but most of the good lambs sold firm enough on last week's rates as we went through the sale. Best of the real big extra heavy export lambs made out 279, but lots of those good heavy lambs making from 230 to 255. Those lambs are tracking for the big heavy fellas about 650 or 60, but out to $7.20 or 30 for the real smart ones. You get back into your middle runner heavy lambs that are sort of 26 to 31 or 2 kilos. They were going pretty well today. A lot of those making from 180 to 215 or $20. Similar money, $7 to $7.30 a kilo for those. Your trade lambs probably a little bit more mixy in quality here today. The real genuine 24 kilo lambs that had a bit about them, you know, they're making $175 to $185. You get back into your 22s that are pretty smart, they make $165 to $75. They're still tracking along pretty well. Merino lambs, the very, very good ones, sold pretty well. An odd pen up to around $210. They're no different. Good trade weight merino lambs are properly finished, making 160 to 185 or 90. With a bit of skin on them. Your MK lambs seem strong enough to me today. I think had a big run of exotic Dorpry type lambs here that sold pretty well from the bottom end of them making $100 up to 135 or 40, but they went pretty well on previous weeks. I reckon the store lambs are a bit harder to find good ones. All getting a bit woolly and a bit wintry at the minute, and a bit later in the drop, I suppose. The smart lambs sold pretty well, but there's they range from $120 to $150 to feed on, and a few blokes buying them to put back out even in the 60s, you know. Onto the sheep job, 16,000 of those here. Probably not quite as hot as it was last week, but very, very similar on the top end of them. Out to $167 on some big heavy weathers and some big heavy ewes with a big skin merinos. And your big heavy crossbred sheep to $150, so that's all good again. Your trade sheep sold pretty well again. A lot of sheep making over $100 still. Probably the lighter end of the sheep were the ones that were cheaper, but don't worry, there's a fair few very light sheep here. But there's a few sales down from $35 to $55, but they're probably $5 or $6 cheaper than last week. But the rest of it was pretty good. Thank you.